Hello everyone, ShaktiShivaTarot here. I am doing a reading for Taurus for love, relationships, partnerships, twin flame, soulmate, whatever it is that you want to call your other. Right off the bat, Taurus, I feel my heart like really tight and heavy, like it's like I feel like the heart is trapped. This was the first card that came out, heart chakra. I feel like there is a deep heartbreak going on right now on one side here, maybe both sides, but especially on one side. One side's feeling it really, really hardcore, although there's a feeling of both being trapped in fear. This is the center card of the bond that connects you at the heart, and it's trapped in fear. So I feel like the heart is very much feeling like it's trapped in fear. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Almost like it's very hard to breathe. And this is what is bonding you at the very moment, at the heart right now. I feel like there was definitely a deep heartbreak. We'll get into the energies in a minute, but this is what is bonding you at the heart right now. The 9 of coins is crowning the energy. So this is the situation between the two of you. Material harvest. I definitely feel like there's a divine guidance in here that's watching over the situation, bringing this material harvest, whether it be in your lives financially, and career, in the actual relationship itself. It's like there is an opportunity to build here this material harvest between the two of you. But right now, what I'm feeling at the moment is that there is a situation happening where there is hurt, someone's walking away. And let's look a little deeper. So the energies that are in the mind of the first energy, the first person, energy number one, person number one. This is in the mind for the first person thinking about the second person. So the first person, in their mind, they're thinking that, I feel like maybe they're thinking like it's okay, like they've built this material and spiritual connection. It's like maybe they feel like the material harvest is already on its way, like that connection has already been made, and they're kind of trusting. It's almost like they're so in the coin, they're so focused on this that maybe they're not seeing the other side of the situation, which is in the mind of energy number two, person number two. They're like moving on. They're in their head. This is how they feel about the other. This is how they feel about person and energy number one, is they're ready to move on. And this is a theme that I'm seeing in a lot of signs. So it just seems like they're in these dynamics between relationships and partnerships right now, there is one energy that is just kind of like fed up and moving on, and they're thinking about moving physically, they're thinking about moving emotionally, they're thinking about moving mentally, especially because this is in the mental, it's in the mental arcana, but then it's also in the mental position for the energy number 2. I'll clarify these. Oh, by the way, I am using the Cyclic Tarot deck by John Holland, and I've put a link up if you would like to check that out. There's a lot of 6s. It's kind of funny. So these are both 6s, and these are both the energies of what's in the mind. You know, 6 is a number of unconditional love, of partnership. And then here's another 6. This is what's in the heart of the energy / person number 1. Victory, success. You know, this is what they seek from the other. So like I said, this energy number 1 maybe thinking that, you know, like they're so like in their head about building this coin, and they're thinking about just creating this material harvest between the two of you. You know, maybe they're the more logical person, that's the one that's into, you know, the finances, and, you know, the more materialistic one, but they're finally coming into a balance between material and spiritual, but they're still, like, maybe they were just so focused in the past that they're kind of clueless. So they're thinking like, oh yeah, we've won, you know, like I'm doing good over here in the coin, you know, we're reaping in these rewards or whatever, and you know, I'm ready to win my other's heart now, you know, it's like game on. But then little do they know that this person's ready to move on in their mind, and in their heart they're feeling some deep depression and sorrow. And maybe this person, energy number 2, is kind of feeling trapped in fear of speaking up about their emotions and whatever they're feeling. And for whatever reason, you know, whatever's the situation that is making this person feel like I need to move on, you know, they're feeling a heartbreak, and maybe they just haven't really spoken up to the other, and so the other thinks that everything's all good. And then this card came out, the sacral chakra, so the card of relationships, the yin yang duality, change, water, emotions, sensuality, relationships. There's definitely some change happening. And, you know, it could be that this person, energy number 1, was like, hey man, you know, I'm focused on my coin. This is where I'm headed. This is what I'm doing. That's all that I'm focused on right now, is creating some form of success and victory so that I can feel stable enough to be in a relationship, because being in a relationship makes me feel like I'm trapped because I don't have the material and spiritual prosperity, so I'm still trying to build that. And, you know, their focus is elsewhere. Maybe they're addicted to work, because this is the future for outcome for the person number 1. This could be addictions to anything, really, you know, food, alcohol, drugs, bad behavior, bad thoughts, codependency. It could be a codependency to a relationship. yeah, this is the, this is the devil card. This is the future outcome for the, I mean, we'll clarify that for energy number one, but maybe they're like a workaholic and they're like, oh no, this is like, that's their life. This is where it is. And they just kind of don't really give much to the relationship. And so this person was like, all right, well, I'm done being ignored, whatever. You don't ever put anything into this relationship, so I'm walking away. I'm moving on. I'm heartbroken because I don't want to do this. I really love you and I want you. I don't know how to express it to you. So I remain trapped in fear. You both remain trapped in fear because this is what connects you at the heart. But in the near future, energy number two is feeling a deep emotional loss. They are questioning their relationship with this person. Maybe there's some power struggles because the power card, the willpower, solar plexus chakra, came out. Maybe there's some power struggles. Maybe there's a need to take action. Like I said, this person speaking up about, the need to move on and the feelings of loss and heartache and sorrow. Like maybe this person's just not speaking up. And so they're feeling this deep emotional loss, just kind of questioning themselves, like, what should I do? What should I do with this situation? I'm really hurting because I really love this person, but I feel like I need to walk away. So that's what's kind of I'm getting from that. And guidance, our card from Spirit. This is the guidance from the divine, is power, the strength card. So this is letting Libra and their partner know, Libra and the other know that, hey, there is strength coming from this weakness in the relationship. So finding the strength and the love and being able to find the strength through the weaknesses. Not all relationships are perfect. We all have our ups and downs. Finding the lesson in whatever mishap caused this person to feel heartache. At the end of the day, if you are the one that's feeling this, energy number one, person number one is never going to know unless you speak up, right? So just step into your power and speak up, because I think this person just has no idea that you're feeling this way. So future outcome for the both of you is the waiting game. And I definitely feel like this is just decisions and choices need to be made. And neither one is making the choice. Maybe you're not speaking up. And because you're not speaking up, there's not a choice that's going to be made because this person thinks that everything's okay. And then the overall energy of the spread is solitude. So this is the Hermit card. And wait, no, not the Hermit card. Yes, the Hermit card. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is the Hermit card. So you could be Libra, you could be, I'm sorry, Taurus. You could be dealing with the Virgo. This is the Virgo card, but it also could just mean like you both need some time in solitude to go within and find the answers, because the answers aren't in the external world, in the material world. This is, the energy number one being too much in the materialistic world, too much in the materials. So like needing to find that that connection of source within them, their own selves, as opposed to trying to find it externally through a relationship or a job or money or food, or however you're forging that, you know, trying to fill up that void of having that deep connection with source. That's what this card's all about. So we're going to go ahead and clarify. I'm using the Lover's Path Tarot by Chris Wilder. And right off the bat, underneath the deck is the Six of Cups, which is a sign that a past lover may be returning. So, you know, feelings of nostalgia, memories of past love. And then beautiful, this is the Ten of Cups, which is all about wanting to build a solid family and home, wanting to build a solid love relationship, wanting to build a solid emotional bond. That's beautiful. So that's at the, there it is again, y'all. Six of Cups. Love is definitely memories of past love. That Six of Cups is past love. And then the Ten of Cups is, you know, finally being able to build it and create that love and in materialistically, right? Bringing that, finally being able to bring that love into material form. Wow. All right, cool. I'm going to leave that right there. I don't think we need I don't think I need a clarifier for that. Especially, yeah, no. But I want to know more about why energy number 2 is ready to move on. So let's find out why that Six of Arrows is there for Taurus and energy number 2. So this could either be you, Taurus, or it could be the person that you are dealing with or thinking about. And so the Three of Arrows, which is already in the deck, right? So this is what's in the heart of energy number 2, person number 2, and it's also in the mind. Oh man, this person's just feeling really, really, just really sad. And you know what? It could just be all in your head, because this is the illusion card in reverse. This is like the Tower, the illusion card in reverse. So the Tower is finally, it could have fallen, and it's, oh no, I'm sorry, this isn't the Tower, this is the Moon card. So the Moon card, is all about fantasies and intuition and emotions. But since it's in the upright position, in the reversed position, I had interruptions, people banging doors, and my poor little setup over here is all over the place now. All right. All right, so because it's in the reverse, it's about delusions, it's about deception, but it's also about discomfort with your emotions in a relationship, lack of satisfaction. So obviously it can be that you are feeling fed up, like you're like, I am fed up because I'm not satisfied with this relationship. It's made me feel this heartache, this sorrow, this sadness, and I'm just ready to move on. But it could be, like I said, it could be just all in your head, something that you've created in your mind. Maybe, you know, this person over here is really working hard for that coin and has a codependency and maybe addiction to work, but you're thinking that he's cheating on you and that he's, you know, like maybe he's hiding behind his work, and you think that he's hiding something or someone else, and that's what the illusion and the delusion is, and that's where all this heartache is coming from, and you wanting to walk away because you're thinking, oh, he's definitely cheating on me. But I just don't really feel that. But we'll see what else pops up, right, in our clarifiers. So let's do one more clarifier for the moon card in reverse for energy number 2 and what's going on in their mind about the other. Let's clarify that card. So balance in the reverse. Balance in the reverse is the Temperance card, but in the reverse, it is, you know, there's an imbalance. There's discomfort in the situation. You know, just you're having a hard time finding peace within yourself and within the situation. And so you're just feeling like a lack of inspiration, and that's what's, you know, you're just like, I'm done. But like I said, I think it's all in your head. Let's clarify what's going on the other side over here for your other. So why is the 6 of coin in the upright position in the mind of what's going on in the mind for their other? You know, because this isn't just for themselves. This is like what's going on in the mind for you. So, or you know, for the other. So whatever side you'd be on, I don't know why I feel like Taurus is the one over here dealing with the heartache and loss, but you could be the other. You could be on the other end. It's whatever resonates for you. So energy number 1, person number 1, why are they feeling so here's the Devil card in reverse. We have it down here, temptation, in the upright, and then we have it up here in the reverse. So I feel like your other or this person, energy number 1, is coming out of temptation, you know, like coming out of maybe overindulging and maybe overworking. It doesn't have to necessarily be overindulging. It could just be overworking. And maybe you know, it's hard because it's like this is what's going on in the mind. There's this sense of freedom from temptation, right? Transforming weaknesses into strength, like our power card. Same thing. This is what the reverse of temptation of the Devil card is being able to come out of our temptations, come out of our weaknesses, find strength in our weaknesses. And so maybe just because it's coins, I'm feeling like it has to be work related, job related. Maybe there's, you know, maybe this person's a workaholic and they're always about the coin, about the coin, about the coin. And that's the addiction, is like, if I don't have enough coin, I'm not going to be happy. And you were like, not, you know, not about the coin. Not that you weren't about the coin, but you're just like, I want your love, you know, I don't care about the coin, just give me love. And but what confuses me is that it's like here it's like we're coming out of it, right, in the mind, but then like it's in the future outcome. But we'll clarify the future outcome, so we'll see why that devil card returns, you know. But for now, the Four of Coins is also came out for what's going on in the mind of energy number one, and it's also in the reverse. So just really not being careful with the coin. So it's like constantly worrying about making the coin because we're not really being careful with our coin. We're using it, we're just using it frivolously. Like we're being overly generous. We're needing to conserve and actually save, but we're out there maybe, you know, maybe we were in our temptations and we were being careless and reckless with our coin. And so that's why this person's just all about the coin. And they're, you know, they're trying to make up for that loss of coin that happened when they were being careless and in their temptations and their reckless behavior. And so, yeah, they feel bad, you know, but they're coming out of that. It's like they're you know, this is the Five of Cups, so definitely coming out of like an emotional state of being. Like the cups are very emotional, and this being in the reverse, it's growing an awareness of the fact that relationships are gonna go where you take them. So like they're gonna be what you make of them. If we don't appreciate the relationship, then we won't have one. So they're finally recognizing that it's like they're finally, like, they had to go through this, right? This loss of coin, you know, being careless with the coin, losing the coin, in order to maybe lose you. And in that losing you, they realize this, like, awareness as, oh, well, it never was about the coin. So maybe the coming into the awareness, finally recognizing, oh, you know, maybe it is about the spiritual as well. Maybe because this card's also asking you to, you know, like, this could be a loss of materials, and asking to, you know, or maybe this is prosperity. So this is like, you know, you've made the money, you've made the coin, and you're really good at it, but don't forget that you're also a spiritual being. So this person is too in the material, too in the tangible, and not really in the spiritual. And because of that, they, you know, they went and maybe they partied a little too hard, reckless, gambling, whatever, with their money, partying with their friends, and that's what made you be like, all right, now I'm finally out, because that's not the kind of behavior that I want. And then they feel bad because they finally come to this recognition, and they're trying to come out of their ways. They're trying to come out of their temptations because this recognition has hit them. And yeah, so let's move on into the heart of this situation. Why are you both feeling trapped in fear? What's the Eight of Arrows in the heart of the situation, bonding them at the heart center? Why is that there? Why is that there for Taurus and their other? All right. So this is a good sign. I see that you guys are wanting to come out of oppression, right? So this is the oppression in reverse, meaning that you guys are wanting to come out of oppression. So it is happening, that you guys are coming out of this sad, oppressive state of feeling trapped in fear. This is the Tower card, right? So you're though the situation may feel overwhelming, because especially for this second energy over here, feeling all the emotional loss and emotional overwhelm. Hidden forces are at play. Like I said, it's being divinely guided, right? So there's hidden forces at play right now. And because of that, they're asking you to be patient and trust that things will improve, which, well, judgment in the reverse. So it kind of was like, it was starting to look good, but it being in the reverse is like there's still a stagnation happening. So maybe, maybe you, like it's just taking you a little longer to come out of that oppressive state for both of you or for one of you. Maybe there's just a blockage, like these chakras that all came out could be blocked. And so we've got some clearing to do, and that's going to have to happen on a spiritual level. Like, we've got to actually take action towards making that happen. And so that's what the Judgment card could be about, is about clearing up those blockages. Yeah, I definitely feel there's like a sense of control that you're giving up. Like you're giving up the control of the relationship, of trying to control when it's happening, but allowing it to happen organically. So there's that, there's that slow process of it coming to fruition. So there's the Hermit card in reverse. So we have it in the upright for the overall energies. And oh wow, check this out. The Destiny card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is fate, destiny. And Six of Cups, like I said, is the past love, memories of love, past love coming in. So I definitely feel like, this is destiny. It's being divinely guided. You guys are doing exactly what you need, being in this sense, this space of solitude, and allowing the divine to take the wheel and turn it when she may. And, everything will kind of start falling into place. But the reverse, and the Hermit in reverse is, once again, being distracted. Maybe your energies are scattered, but you're just ignoring your intuition. There's a sense of superficiality here, just feeling disconnected from your heart. So yeah, it's about going within, finding your inner heart power. But ooh, look at this. 10 of Arrows, that's a message that's coming. I feel like, yeah, victory. Your other energy one is going to come to you with some kind of message of, that's just it's going to be victorious. You guys are going to, maybe it's just coming to the realization, and like I said, his realization of, being a workaholic and not being around for the relationship. Yeah, so 10 of Arrows is messages coming in, and I mean, look at all the arrows. They're coming in, and they're coming in sharp and coming in fast, and it's like there's this newfound wisdom, and it's like emotional wisdom. Like he's finally like tapped into his emotions, or they, he, she, whoever it may be, energy number one. But it's like the ending of that difficult situation, because this person, energy number one, is going to finally share knowledge with number two. And so the Ace of Staves is like is also a culmination, a growth, energy, beginning of a new period of growth. So maybe the beginning of this person using their emotional intellect to actually, patch up the situation, inspire the other to want to start a new opportunity. And 9 of Staves in the reverse. You know, I just definitely feel like they're feeling a little overwhelmed by work. This person over here is a workaholic. Number one, energy person is a workaholic. And they are just feeling overwhelmed by work. They need a break. They need to take a mini vacation. But they're in denial. They're like, oh, I've got all these responsibilities, blah, 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 blah. You need to take a break, energy one. If that's you, if that's your other, take a break. That's what you're being called to do by your heart. Your heart wants a break. And then we're going to go into the energies for the second person, what they're feeling in the heart about the other, you know, clarifying this heartache, this loss. Yeah. The Lovers in reverse. This is, you know, I hate to say it, but energy doesn't lie, and person number one may have been... Okay, well, so it could either be that energy number two, person number two, is feeling unworthy of love, you know, disillusioned by the fantasies that person's created in their mind, right? That could be it. It could be that. It could be that this person's feeling unworthy of love because of the illusions that they've created of this person possibly being in a relationship and it not being about the coin. But I'm telling you right now that energy number one is about the coin. I'm just not seeing third party situations. I mean, we'll see about the future, but at this moment in time right now, it's about the coin. So I'm feeling like you're feeling unworthy because you think it's something else. And it could be that, or maybe for other people, it could be that the person that you're dealing with, energy number two, the person that you're dealing with, could be manipulating others through sexuality, you know, just, you know, maybe as a player, playing games, just irresponsible in love relationships. So that could be one reason why you're feeling the heartache and the loss and wanting to move on and all this stuff. So maybe your energy, your person number one is maybe in a third party situation, maybe with someone from work, right? That could be another situation. Or it could just be that because this illusion card is here, you know, not coming out of, it's like you're in illusion, your mind, you're creating this imbalance based off of an illusion. And this person really does seem to be all about the coin. I don't really feel a third party. But I do feel like you're just feeling unworthy of love because of these illusions that you've created in your mind about the situation that's going on over here. And I think that y'all need to just talk and have a conversation. And person number two needs to trust what's going on over here with person number one. And Princess of Cups in the reverse. Now, this is an empty offer or invitation, like immaturity of affection, inconsistent and unreliable messages. You know, I definitely feel like there's a codependency here because of this card. And then, you know, whether it be the codependency on the relationship or codependency on work, there's some kind of codependent and the fact that it's on your side over here, feeling in the heart, I'm feeling like maybe I'm sorry, energy number 2, but maybe you're a little bit too codependent on this person, one person, and that's why you're creating these illusions in your mind about the situation and feeling like you're wanting to move on, and your heart is broken, and it's like you're all in your head about your emotions, and yeah, I just feel like maybe there's just this inconsistency in just, it's like almost like a fickleness in your emotions, like your affection. Like maybe you're just, like, well, the Princess of Cups, she's not very she's not very wise in the emotions department, like, still kind of childish. She's not like the Queen of Cups, where the Queen of Cups has a lid on her emotions and she can really handle them. The Princess of Cups is a little bit more fickle with her emotions, and so maybe that's a lesson for you. Energy number 2 is to not be so codependent on this relationship and really step into your worthiness, step into your power. Recognize that you are worthy, and this person does want to create a stable relationship with you. And here's the 4 of Wands, of Staves. This is like it's in the upright position, it's stability. In the reverse position, it's wanting stability. You're frustrated because you're wanting this stability from your other, but maybe they're just too focused on the coin, and they're like, I need this specific amount of money before I can make this kind of move and build these walls with this person. They're just waiting for a specific amount of money. And that's a lesson for energy number 1, is it's like that amount of money. I said this to somebody else, or for another reading, it was like that amount of money is never going, like, you can't base a decision or a choice based on a specific having a specific amount of money. Like, oh, I need to wait to have this amount of money before I commit to a relationship, or before I get married, or before I buy her a ring, or before I whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's just unrealistic. So you're feeling like, energy number 2 is feeling like, I want this stability. I need this stability, because otherwise I feel unworthy of love, and my emotions I can't handle the emotions that I'm feeling, because it makes me feel unworthy of love, and I'm feeling heartbroken. And there's just like, it's like all fucking miscommunication, talk to each other. I'm surprised that the Vishuddha chakra, throat chakra card didn't come out. All right, I want to know more about the temptation card. All right. So struggles, quarrels, arguments, maybe the Queen of Coin in the reverse. Well, Queen of Coin in reverse is needing to ground yourself, like being over materialistic. Like I said, this person is just too much in the coin. And so maybe they're arguing because something about the coin. Maybe you said something and you're like, I need more love and blah, blah. And this person's like, but how are we going to be happy if we don't have, the right amount of coin? Like, like this person really believes that happiness is built on a stable financial home. They don't trust the universe enough to go with the flow. And I feel like this person's probably very airy like that. I don't know, which is interesting. So maybe this is Taurus, right? This energy of being very earthly and very materialistic, and needing that coin and that right amount of dollars in the bank account before you actually take that next step or plan or whatever. And it's like, bro, get over it. Give me a clarifier for the future outcome for energy number 1 in the Taurus reading. Seven of Arrows in the reverse. Seven of Arrows is, you know, there's this, they're feeling defensive. They're on the defense. They feel guilty. They are denying, you know, this need for, they're denying the fact that they're like, you know, all about the coin, and that, you know, there's just this, you know, this sense of them feeling like, oh, wow, you know, like just wanting to defend their actions, you know, like I said, like that, oh, we need the coin, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what, like, how can we build a home if we don't have that, you know? And anyways, because the home is where the heart is. It's not the house and the materials that it's built on. And why are all these reverses coming out? Man, I forgot to. Anyways, well, sorry to say it, but energy number 2, feeling this emotional loss, is just not willing to make the sacrifices that are needed to transform this situation. It's like I mean, maybe it'll change, but I feel like you're not willing to make the sacrifices. Four of Arrows in the reverse, it's like you're postponing your healing. You need to heal from the relationship. You need to heal from the energies, from these, you know, I really honestly feel, I'm sorry, energy number 2, it's all in your head. You know, you've created this scenario in your head. You know, or maybe maybe it's about you giving that love to yourself, so that way you don't feel so codependent on them always needing to be there and be a specific way. It's like, get out of the programming that is keeping you in these lower energies. Yeah, it's like you're not wanting to learn. There's a hesitation here. It's like you're trying to build confidence. You're trying to be creative and master the situation, but you feel like you're just not being supported. You feel like you're not being supported, and I feel like it's emotionally. It's obviously not financially. So the waiting game, what's that card all about in the future outcome for our couple here, for Taurus? The Prince of Staves. Prince of Staves is a very passionate young man coming at you with movement, integrity, action. It's like, you know, they're coming at you with new ideas, and there's this comes with like a needing to act quick. So, you know, maybe there was this sense of waiting game, but once the Prince of Staves, it's like, once I feel like this person over here, once y'all can both come to some kind of consensus, you know, I think y'all both are being stubborn. I think, yeah, I think that once y'all can let the guards down, you know, like I said, I think there's a power struggle happening, you know, a power struggle. And I think that once you can let go of that power struggle, then y'all can build this, which is, you know, building of relationships. This is the 9 of Coins. So yeah, this is building prosperity, fertility, you know, feeling blessed by life, enjoying the fruits of one's labor, material prosperity that now that it's been accomplished, which is what this one over here in the energy number one, person number one, has been trying to do. It's like, oh, well, now that that's been accomplished, maybe it's time to start a family. So I feel like if energy number two can just forgive and hold on and heal on their own, then there's some possible good outcome for you. This building of what you've been wanting and waiting for. It's like, don't walk away because things aren't going your way. And so yeah, coming out of competition. This is the Five of Staves, and the Five of Staves is all about competition, but in the reverse, it's telling us that we're finally coming out of that. We're finally moving beyond petty concerns and worries, and we're trying to understand what's important here, and we're gonna unify forces. We're gonna come together. All right. I'm gonna pull just, let's see, one more clarifier for the Power card and why it's there. The needing to make a decision, right? This is the Two of Coins in reverse, and you know, I definitely feel like you're feeling a little overwhelmed. There's just this person that needs to make the decision is just feeling overwhelmed by the coin situation, and they just kind of need to step away from it and make the decision. But I believe that's going to happen. It's going to happen. You just got to be patient. I suggest in the meantime, heal yourself, forgive the other, and everything will kind of come together. Stop being stubborn. Stop creating these illusions in your mind about what you think is going on, because that's not helping. I think that's just making it worse. So really trying to focus on clearing out any blockages in your heart, sacral, or solar plexus chakras. All right, so I guess there's no more clarifiers that want to come out. Nothing wants to come out. Let's just go ahead and pull a... I'm going to do a twin flame separation, because there's obviously a separation going on here. This is the Live Tarot deck by Live Tarot. And it's the twin flame separation deck by Live Tarot. And this is for y'all who are maybe not communicating at all or communicating very little. We'll ask the Divine Creator and the Holy Spirit, what are the messages from your twin? You are my sanctuary. You were the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. Being apart has been more difficult than I can accept. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now. Life has been empty without you. I tried to distract myself by going out with friends. Didn't I say that? Yeah, going out with friends, spending that coin. All right, so those are the messages from your twin. I'm going to use the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland and pick a... This is kind of like a wrapper-upper, you know, overall advice, guidance from the moon, what we should kind of do. This is going to help give us kind of that wrapping up of what's going on in this situation and how we should handle it. So just give me one, please. Divine Creator, Holy Spirit. Yeah. A personal issue reaches resolution. Things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that's a great time to move house, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? The heightened emotions of the Moon Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the Moon's 2 home signs along with Taurus. In fact, she rules Cancer. You rule Cancer. I'm sorry, the moon rules Cancer. Anyways, this means that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. Love that, to wrap that up, because I feel like that's exactly what you guys needed to hear. So, last but not least, and I'll try and make it as quick as possible, I like to pull one animal spirit card for energy number 1 and one for energy number 2. So just 2 cards, please. One for energy number 1 and one for energy number 2. So energy number 1 is the Lamb. And energy number 2 is the Octopus. Peaceful, prophetic, patient. The Lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the Lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, receive. When in balance, knowingness, inner peace. When out of balance, quiet, timid, concerned. To bring into balance, meditation, listening. Octopus. Reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, interested, engaged, intelligent. When out of balance, needy, clingy, lacks courage. To bring into balance, space to oneself, talk therapy. All right, Taurus, those are your cards for the moment. I'm not putting any timestamps on it, but it is October, and whenever it comes to you, it comes to you. Whatever resonates with you is what's meant for you. Whatever you don't is not meant for you. If you liked my reading, please like, subscribe, share, and comment below. If you didn't, I'm sure you're probably not listening anymore because it has been almost an hour. But as always, please take this with a grain of salt. Things may change tomorrow. It's not set in stone. This is just for fun. Don't take it too seriously. Take from it what you can and apply what you can to your life. But don't take it too seriously, and don't, get down on yourself for anything that you may have heard here. I send you love and light. Namaste.